Hello from City Hall. This is Jim Thornton, Mayor of LaGrange, and I'd like to bring a word of greeting to the citizens of LaGrange and to share a message of hope and encouragement to the residents of our community. We've been struggling with COVID-19 for several weeks now, and it would appear that we have several more weeks to go, but I remain hopeful that we will soon emerge from this difficult time of pandemic and our community will thrive once again. I realize that these have been very difficult times, but in the face of adversity, people step up and take the necessary action to overcome. That has been the tradition of people in LaGrange and in our nation. This time is no different. It won't be the president or the governor or the mayor who gets us through this time. It will be individual citizens who choose to stay home, who choose to social distance, who choose to do the right thing because they want to protect their family and friends and neighbors. Some people have asked me about the details of the rules we are living under. What did the governor's order say? What about the ordinances adopted by the council or the commission? What is the CDC's latest guidance, etc.? My response is usually the same. I can answer the specific questions, but those specific answers don't really matter. How the governor or anyone else defines essential or lists exceptions to the general rule of staying home really isn't the issue to me. Here's the rule. Stay home. We should all stay home. Whether it's President Trump, Dr. Fauci, Governor Kemp, the LaGrange City Council, the Troup County Commission, District 4 Public Health, the message has been the same. Please stay home. Yes, people have to work. We all understand that. And people have to go to the stores to get food. We all understand that. But just be smart and be kind at the same time. Stay home unless you're going to or from work. Stay home unless you're going to get food or medicine. And even then, don't go to the grocery store every day. The grocery stores aren't going to run out of food. Make a list and go once a week. And when you do go out, ask yourself whether the trip is really necessary. The government is not going to tell you whether a trip to Home Depot or Walmart is essential or not. What we are going to do is ask you to use common sense and not go out unless you absolutely have to. That's the spirit of Governor Kemp's shelter-in-place order. In my opinion, people have spent way too much time focusing on the specific exceptions and not enough time focusing on the intent of the order. Just look at the first part of the order. Governor Kemp wrote that all residents and visitors of the state of Georgia are required to shelter in place within their homes or places of residence, meaning remaining in their place of residence and taking every possible precaution to limit social interaction to prevent the spread or infection of COVID-19 to themselves or any other person. Sure, he goes on to provide exceptions, as he has to, for work, for food, for medical care, etc. And the exceptions go on for several pages. I'm a lawyer, so I always look to details and try to understand them. But in this case, let's not let the exceptions take away from the intent of the rule. The governor is saying, please stay home. I'm a Christian, and I grew up reading the New Testament teachings of Jesus. How many times in the Bible did Jesus criticize the Pharisees? Not because the Pharisees weren't following the law. They were actually experts in the law. But because they were following the literal letter of the law and ignoring the spirit or intent of the law. Let's not be the Pharisees of the COVID epidemic. Let's not focus on the specific exceptions and try to make ourselves meet one or more exceptions or argue that our neighbors don't qualify. Let's be more like Christ and focus on the spirit and intent of the law. That is, let's stay home if it's at all possible. If you're able to work from home, please do. If you're an employer and you can allow workers to work from home, please do. If you have to travel into work, and many of us do, let's just go to and from work without a lot of detours or distractions. And when we go shopping, let's focus on what we actually need and then go back home. Here's the hopeful part. If we are smart and serious about this for a few more weeks, we will start to see a decline in cases and a slow but steady return to normalcy. But the key is that we have to be smart and we have to be serious. A friend recently commented to me that he has heard the terms fluid and unprecedented used a lot in recent days. He's right. Every time you turn, something is changing, and it's bound to be a circumstance that we've never seen before. But there are some things in the world that are still solid, stable, and familiar. We love our family and friends. We are mutually dependent upon our neighbors for support and care, and we are a hopeful people. A little sacrifice today will go a long way toward healing our people and letting us move forward as a community and a nation. May God continue to bless our community, our nation, and our world.